It drove through hell. It's fine.
At any rate, as noted, you do eventually hook on to Interstate 70, and then from the southwestern portion of the outskirts of Hagerstown, you worm your way around and begin the slow crawl as you try to pass through Maryland and your hopes and dreams of eventually reaching Washington, D.C. itself. But that trek, I believe, should wait for another time. We'll bring that as an end to the official session here. As I said, this one might be short given my current condition.
Indeed.
As we flee the burning, greedy city.
Yes, the burning, greedy city.
As we've left the adjective city.
Potman killed a man.
Yeah.
It did?
Potman's focusing on that.
Put a gun against his head.
I killed a man
Pull
with a trident.
trigger, now he's dead.
This one was a pretty short one, so 2 experience points for the players.
Those two.
That being said, you folks managed to get in some action. You had yourselves a combat with people.
Actual people.
Well, they're kind of scummy. Scummier than us scummy.
I mean, there was that assassination that that basically happened.
Were they
last
scummier
session.
than us, though?
I mean,
Well,
you never
we
really
haven't
interacted with them,
directly attacked someone who didn't, antagonize first.
Yeah, but how many people have they actually killed? Who
Good
knows?
question.
Who knows?
Let's gut
For
him.
now, the wool is still pulled over Cat's eyes.
I mean, all they did was roll up on a raider camp and not announce themselves.
Well, they did say gut him.
Yeah, see? They weren't even sneaking.
That was just flavor text. They didn't have a choice.
They had no choice.
They were scripted. Oh god.
As soon as
In
you
the
hit
back-
that VATS button, it's over.
In the back of their mind, they were screaming as they said that. They couldn't do anything as their bodies were controlled by some puppet master. They're ordinary people. Just for the past hour and a half, they've getting ready to murder people according to someone else's design.
Shit, I'd play that game. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a hook I can play with.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, kind of Matrix-esque in that they hijack people's bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that being said, you folks definitely have incurred some greater burdens. Particularly Jordan, who suffered a severe blow to what remained of his life points.
Oh, I thought you were
And
going
his
to say
jacket.
I was actually being serious there. And
Oh yeah.
Trusty
we've
Tony.
all-
The Trusty Tony is that if a gun shoots at him, he's probably going to die.
That's everybody.
Maybe.
Trusty Tony
Like
is going to die in
guns.
the next stiff breeze.
yep, guns are
Guns are no joke.
guns are no joke in this. Slashing weapons aren't either.
Right.
That multiplier that gets added.
Wait, so you're saying that knives are bad news?
Knives are in fact bad news. Who knew?
Haven't seen anyone get killed by a knife yet. A few people get batted to zombies in one guy.
This is the first time Trusty Tony has suffered an injury outside of that he did not
It
suffer.
wasn't
Like,
self-inflicted.
or
there's
from a zombie.
well, there's only 2 times he's actually been damaged, not by himself. Well, 3 times now. The zombie, guys in military camp, and this time.
Guys in military camp.
Yeah.
This one time at military camp.
I don't
I got
want to
tortured,
know
put in
where
the
he stuck
gyroscope.
what.
Well, you're not going to know
Hey,
this.
and that-
Look at his
side.
avatar. It's a great story.
It's the before and after.
Oh, man.
This is what
I got
happens
full head
when
of
he
hair.
doesn't have a proper suit. And that's right before he turns into a clown, if I remember.
Definitely, endurance and essence is becoming important, especially as the greater terror and shock of this situation settles in, even for Tony, who is, he might have nerves of steel, but, his entire life flush with cash has been upended. He made a good living from selling bad cars to people.
Those are completely trusty.
And,
No, he made a living selling cars to people. What happens after they leave the lot is none of his business.
and his great scheme there, that's been taken from him, as have the comforts that other characters have come to appreciate. Fletch's lecherous qualities, Potman's, ability to just sit in his cabin and smoke. And
What are you talking about? Fletch got laid this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Prospects might become increasingly sparse. Who can say?
People everywhere are lowering their standards. Not Fletch, though.
I'll just have to go from attractive 4 to attractive 3. I mean,
Lowering of standards.
That's right. Eventually we'll curb it down a bit. That's allowable, right?
yeah, totally.
Oh, shit.
I do know, endurance and essence can be brutal.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find them in the book at the moment, but like, especially at endurance, like fighting for your life is basically like D6 or D8 endurance per turn.
And the same can be true of the essence point loss as well. Basically, we've avoided such applications and the combat situations thus far, but those might crop up as we get more comfortable and familiar with the rules, and I think they're more apt, especially against when you're fighting other living beings. Instead of the zombie trash you folks have fought in the earlier campaign.
Yeah, all the zombies are trash, except for rats.
For real? Oh my god.
This allows the opportunity for you folks to explore your characters and see the different situations responding, especially with all of the human interaction, none of which was positive this session.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it turned out pretty well.
Silly Grimith. Human interaction is never positive.
I did have a positive interaction. I added a bat to a man's chest.
Twice.
Yeah.
And he died.
And divided by 0.
Oh.
Not the most exciting session, perhaps, but yeah.
Yeah, we were limited.
Yeah. Next week we can be back with the server, which means we can be back with staring at our icons and still not doing anything.
Yes, the icon.
Instead of staring at a Google map or the roles page or the Skype icons.
Will
and not
next
doing
week
anything.
be on Thursday, or will it be happening on...
Next week will be on Thursday.
I thought your thing began on August 20th.
No. The next Thursday will be the last Thursday I can do.
Alright.
After that, it looks like we'll switch to Mondays. With either at the same time, start 6 p.m., or after Jordan picks up his job, maybe a 7 p.m. one. Not the most ideal, but that's what fits into everyone's schedule.
Could be worse.
For right now, we
raining.
can keep it at the same time.
Could have been raining, as it has so often in the B-rated
That was
zombie
crazy,
movie.
Jordan.
What?
It was.
Oh, your voice really broke up for me there.
It didn't break up for me at all.
He roboted all over the place.
Yeah, that was some serious scratching going on there.
It's likely that since I'm the host of the call and my amazing upload speed in this situation is not ideal, so I hear it great, but it gets transferred poorly to other people.
I definitely
possible.
noticed the call quality dropping to like medium several times.
Even I noticed that.
It went from an 8 to, at best, a 6.
Imagine if we were also using MapTool.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have been able to host the MapTool server and still do this.
It was the worst, most unreliable call ever. 7 out of 10 IGN.
Fucking internet ratings. How do I do this? 5 stars.
God damn it.
The game didn't work. 4 stars.
Oh, man.
Played it for 200 hours, hated it. 10 out of 10.
But yeah, next week is still good. Next week, Thursday.
I hope I can make it. Otherwise, I might be in the air at the time.
But, if that happens, Trusty Tony. That, something will happen to him. You know, he's so reckless and so important. Trusty Tony's be like, let's see what happens if these other people have to make the life choices.
You guys make the decisions.
And he'll drift off into the sunset.
Like a balloon.
Swagger off.
You know, I'm getting tired of doing all the heavy mental lifting. Shut up, Potman.
Is that what we
No, I meant like literally drifting in the car.
Tokyo drift style.
Fucking Tokyo drifts off into the sunset.
Yep.
Holy shit, yes.
Would that be the rising sunset?
So, how about you guys come up with some plans? I'm tired of fucking talking. Alright? My suit was ruined, okay? Fucking think about it.
He has to rest in the back to mentally focus his energy on repairing the suit.
Yeah. But no, it's like, I'm just gonna keep drifting until you guys come up with something.
Perpetual drift.
Just coasting down the interstate.
The rear tires never caught once the entire session.
Nope.
Oh, man. Good times.
Oh man.
At any rate, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss the class now. Y'all
Oh
can,
no!
and relax and think and enjoy the glory of Trusty Tony beginning his drift next week.
It's gonna be good.
And, you know, gonna have to think about how you might handle, like, future upcoming situations. You folks are still fairly good on food. For the time being, it is difficult for you to heat water and drink it while sitting in a car. But on the bright side, you know, you make pretty good time, all things considered.
Honestly, I think we need to try to, like, avoid conflict for a while here.
Yes, that is also another thing to consider.
Attrition is going to kill us very soon. I mean that literally.
Another thing to consider would be finding a place to hole up and then staying there for a few weeks.
Even if we could just get like 5 days, that would be a serious help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Just all of the constant action and running into activity. It's bound to wear you down.
Otherwise, we
And
are
running
going
into
to die.
knives.
Running into knives, yes. You know, upended cars. Definitely. So that's something you want to consider as well. Trying to find a place where you can hunker down and hopefully people won't go to.
Oh, it would have to be.
Everybody knows your name.
Yep. Well,
Would it be possible for me to pick up Persuade, like as a thing, just buy it?
No, you haven't. I
haven't talked to people. I gotta talk to people.
You haven't really attempted to utilize that.
Yeah.
Unless Trusty Tony's going to be your life coach.
Trusty Tony as your life coach.
He's pretty successful.
I have a pretty
Better
successful life coach.
decisions have been made in life.
Yep, I'm pretty awesome. As the drift is still going.
Yep. Let me
Point
tell
out a
you why.
situation where Tony hasn't walked out of it richer and alive.
Rule number 1, never accept no. Rule number 2, never back down.
Rule number 3, the double tap.
Rule number 3, never compromise.
With these
Fundamentals
rules.
of persuasion.
Yes.
Every other rule after that is just swagger.
Yeah. You too could succeed. Yes.
Just swagger, 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 swagger.
Oh, shit.
I should have sewn the suit into your flesh. You'd heal faster.
I think we're done here.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
We're done.
Alright, folks. That takes care of all flesh must be eaten. There were some technical limitations. My brother sudden request me to watch over his home. Put me in a situation where I don't have access to his router. He did not leave me the name and password, and I know he has a custom, because he's allowed to do that, because he has a different internet service provider than I do. And was not able to support a solid internet connection anyway. But next week, we'll be back with all the bells and whistles, and the session was also the first mention of this that due to shifting opportunities, Thursday is no longer available for me, and so our All Flesh Must Be Eaten sessions are going to change to be conducted on Mondays. That doesn't matter though. Matters is that it's the end. See you later.